World Rally Raid Championship win this year.
It's been a trip time, you know. I didn't think it would come so many different things apart from like the sporting side of things, and it's been amazing, you know, going back to Botswana, the first African to ever win a world championship. And you know, for us as riders and athletes, then we look at Dakar as the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And the world championship is obviously huge and it means a lot, but you know, Dakar is the race. And then when you look at everyone else that looks up to you with the world championship, it's absolutely amazing. So it was really cool. It was a dream come true. 33 years of chasing a dream finally came true.
Are you only 33 years old?
No, but I started when I was 5.
Okay, I was like, fucking Christ. I'm older than everyone here. Okay. That makes me feel better. I feel like we're about the same age.
38.
Yeah, I'm 38.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We still got our whole lives ahead of us.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not old.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. But okay, so sorry, you were saying you know you've been doing it for 33 years.
Yeah, and it was just a great feeling, and then to come to Dakar with the number 1 plate on the bike is, I think, every rider's dream. So
yeah.
It's been an amazing couple of months.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, we obviously everybody watches what you do. You're like fan favorite amongst the not just the fans, but like all the racers. When your name comes up, like literally the thing that follows. Oh, I love that guy. So we have some.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's a good. I mean, if you're gonna have a reputation, that's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah. That's one I can enjoy and claim.
Yeah. And so, like, you're talking about, you know, it's been a long journey. How long has it been in rally? Like, tell us about where you started and then how you got here.
Yeah, you know, it's been a long road in the rallies, especially because it's so expensive, and obviously coming from a country that has like a really low exchange rate compared to the dollar or to the euro, it was really tough. You know, 2018 I was lucky enough to go and watch the Dakar the first 3 days in South America, and I loved it. You know, I watched it first in 1992, and then the next time was in 2018, and I fell in love with it again, and I was just like, I need to go and do it. So it took a whole year of raising money. I think that was the hardest thing for us, is to try and find the finance. Never ridden with the ERTF, never ridden with any of the navigation, and I jumped on the start line in 2019, and it was chaos. The first stage was absolutely terrifying, but I still loved every second. And then yeah, you know, we just grew. 2019, the guys that backed me and helped me get there said, listen, we just need you to get to the finish line, so we're not really worried about the result. If you do that, we'll guarantee you going back in 2020. So I stuck to my guns, and I managed to win the rookie category. And obviously that year there was some super fast guys. There was Skyler,
yeah.
There was Lorenzo, there was, you know, some really fast guys. Sebastian Bueller was also there as a rookie.
Yeah.
So it was like a really tough one. So I was really proud of myself, and I knew that I had a little bit more to give, and I wanted to go for it and try my best in one stage, you know. So 2020, that was the deal with all my sponsors. I said, listen, if this is going to be my last year, I want to go out swinging, and I went out on stage 2, managed to get the stage win.
Yep.
And that opened a lot of doors for me. So that was the big moment of my career, my rally racing career, that a dream came true, and I finally got a factory ride and moved to the Monster Energy Yamaha team. And it was amazing. It was really life-changing for me, and a dream come true where I could actually go and race my motorbike and not worry about having to raise the money to get there. So it was really special. And yeah, we had some good years, some good races. We led the season in 2021, I think, in Kazakhstan and Russia. And yeah, you know, then we moved across to Hero, and wow, so happy to be here. The team is absolutely amazing. It's like a family, and really, really happy. So my rally career has been short, but amazing. It's been really cool.
Yeah, speaking of short, it just like, it almost seems like you popped on the scene, which I don't know if you remember, but I was at the same first Dakar with you.
Yes, I do.
Was your wife there?
No.
Okay, so
she came to the finish.
Okay,
yes.
I think I might have seen her. And then it's like, okay, you pop in the scene, and then all of a sudden now you're like winning a race, or winning stages, and like getting through different factory teams. I mean, like 5 years is 5 years, not 5 years. How long has it been since?
This is my 7th Dakar, so 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. But like 6 years is a really, I mean, to only be trying at it for 1 year essentially,
yeah,
and then just get right on it. I clearly, you make a big impact I mean, I don't know if you know it, but it's everyone that I've talked to sees you as like someone who goes full send. You know, like sometimes they're like, yeah, it's a good thing, but then sometimes it's not the greatest thing. Like, because it's almost like you have no risk assessment in your brain.
You know, we're really lucky with the place that I grew up and the place that I did all my off-road racing in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia. We've all got like open desert and the really fast stuff. So, you know, the speed is a lot easier for me to get used to when you come to the rally stuff. So I was really lucky that way, but I did pay my school fees for sure. In 2021, I had the biggest crash of my life at the Dakar. So we definitely been down that road of injuries and ended up on my head. So I think I have calmed it down a little bit and maybe gone a little bit slower in the past couple of years, but it's worked in my favor. You know, consistency in rally is key for sure. And I think we've got that level kind of right now at the moment. Maybe I'm lacking a little bit of speed again now, so we might have to change that in the future. But I'm feeling good, feeling comfortable, and rally is amazing. It's really cool.
It really is. I mean, it's an adventure with competition.
Yeah, exactly. And you see so many different things, and it's so many things changed throughout the day. And you know, talking to Andrew, who's a really good friend of mine, he said like he comes from like the biggest in motocross and supercross, and he says he absolutely loves rally. So that's saying something for sure.
No, it really is. I mean, I feel like this is kind of, whether people know it or not, it's like you can race so many different formats, especially on a bike, and it really doesn't give you the same personal satisfaction as rally does. You know, I feel like more racers feel more fulfillment from what they're doing in the competition.
For sure.
I mean,
it's a crazy road to go down, rally, but it's like one of the most satisfying moments, you know, just to cross a finish line. First of all, to get to the start line of Dakar is like a win in its own, you know. It's like such a huge mountain to climb, and to get to the start line is an amazing feeling, and then to get to rest day like we are today is like, whew, that's so cool, you know. And then now to hopefully get to the finish and be in a good position is like a dream come true. So it's like nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what were the racing formats you did before you got into rally?
Yeah, so I started riding bikes when I was 3 years old. Did my first race at 5 years old.
Okay.
And did motocross my whole entire life.
Okay.
I went to live in Europe for 8 years and did the European Championship and then the World Championship and German Championship, and lived in Germany for a long time. And then I came to South Africa to pursue my off-road racing career and start in the Bajas and that kind of racing that we have in South Africa. And you know, my career was coming to an end, and it was getting stale and stagnant, and I'd always really wanted to do the Dakar. And you know, my sponsors at the time were really kind to me, and they said, okay, if you win us a South African national title, then we'll get behind you and we'll back you to go to Dakar. So
look at that.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh, just like a little thing, you know, no big deal. I mean, if I was putting money into it, that would make sense for me also. I mean, why not?
Yeah, you know, we had to come with a goal. There's two different races in Dakar. There's one to come and tick it off the bucket list, and there's one to come and try and win and to try and make a career out of the sport. And mine was definitely not just to come and finish. Mine was to try and, you know, get into a sport that I love, that I follow, that I've got so many idols in, and that I really want to pursue, and that I really want to be good at and successful. So for me, it was like it changed my whole life, because, you know, focusing on motocross is such a different sport to focusing on rally. And then when I came across to rally, I was like, you know, so happy, and it just changed everything, you know. It was, the excitement was there, and even now, you know, you never know what you're going to get. At a motocross track, you know, okay, you got 40 minutes of this, and you got that this is what's happening. You can walk the track 300 times if you want. Here, you never know what's the next kilometer, you know. So it's really fun.
Interesting. I mean, you know, obviously you have to kind of have both the adventurous spirit, but maybe like a little bit of a screw loose to do this. Like, even just on the media side, you have to be a bit of a masochist.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys have some. Yeah, you guys are brave.
Nuts.
Yeah,
that's a little bit. We like to be dirty all the time and sleep very little.
Yeah, sleep in tents on the side of the track. Like, I come through early in the morning and I see the tents and I'm cold. I'm just like, oh man, they must be so cold.
It's brutal. Yeah, we at the marathon stage. Idiot. I lost 2 bags in the same day. I don't want to say too much about myself, but I'll make it quick. So earlier in the day, I left my bag somewhere, went down to the track, I thought I was going to be there for 5 minutes. I came back by the end of the day. My bag was gone. And it's my computer, both my computers, my cameras, my passport, everything. I'm an idiot. But so luckily found that at the marathon stage. Luckily, really kind people picked it up for me, and then found out that my camp bag was with the other vehicle that had left earlier in that day, and so I didn't have a tent, I didn't have a sleeping bag, I didn't have clothes, I didn't have
wow.
shoes. Yeah.
Well done.
So I had my
Good
one
job.
adventure. Yeah, I know. Lesson learned. But do you think that there's like what's the most like, I don't know, because the factory guys, you know, most of the time they're not the ones who end up sleeping overnight in the desert or anything. Have you ever had anything wild or unusual happen during a race?
Yeah, you know, firstly, my biggest fear coming to Dakar or to any rally was getting overtaken by a car. So I always said to myself, if the day you get overtaken by a car is the day you're going to have to call it quits. So, you know, I've like kept up, you know, like the speed is good. The only time I was caught by a car was 2023, where we had some issues with the bike. And then I got stuck out there for the whole day and had to finish in the night. And let me tell you that I have the biggest respect for the guys that ride at the back of the pack, the guys that get passed by the cars, the guys that come in at night, the guys that have to ride the track. You know, we're riding in the top 20, maybe top 30 most days, and the guys after that ride in the most unbelievable terrain. Like it doesn't even look the same.
Yeah.
So my hats off to them. My biggest respect to them, and those are the guys that are coming to tick it off in a bucket list. And man, you know, that's a really big feather in the cap to have once you tick that off. And I've only done it once, touch wood, that I really hope I never have to do it again. But that was the scariest maybe 4 hours of my life, riding at night in those tracks, and there's trucks come in, and
the trucks, oh my god, I can't imagine.
Insane.
And you probably can't hear too well on the bike, but it's like if you're stopped or if you're going a little bit slow,
you can feel them coming.
Yeah, exactly.
So even on the bike with the earplugs and everything, you can hear them coming, you can feel them. So yeah, it's I got stuck with a fuel issue and was stuck out in the desert and was there for many hours, and managed to find some fuel from another competitor, and then carry on the stage and get back to the bivouac at 11 o'clock at night and be ready for 5 o'clock the next morning. Was crazy.
Great.
But yeah, like I say, I take my hats off to the guys at the back of the field that just keep on trucking along. Yeah, that's it. So like I say, I never want to be there.
Nope. I mean, it's scary enough to just stand there and wait for them. Like in the dunes, you can hear them for like half an hour. And okay, which dune are they going to crest? You want to make sure you're not underneath one of them. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Nuts. And so, speaking of, you know, dealing with the bikes and things like that, now that you're with Hero, obviously in the U.S. we don't get the Hero motorcycles, and so tell us a little bit about that machine, because it seems like once you got onto Hero, you really elevated your performance, and I want to know how that helped.
Yeah, you know, the brand is the biggest motorcycle manufacturer in the world, and you know, it was such a young brand in the rally racing scene, not in the motorcycle scene, but in the rally racing scene itself. It was such a young brand, and a lot of people questioned my move, you know, going from a team like Yamaha to a team like Hero. You know, one's got years of experience, many Dakar wins, the other one doesn't have any Dakar wins and less experience. But you know, Wolfgang Fischer's the team manager. He's been around in the game for a I made the move, and you know, this team is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Being with these guys changed my whole outlook. You know, there's no pressure from the team because they know I'm so competitive and I want to win myself. They'll leave all the pressure up to me. And yeah, you know, we've come a long way. We've had to do a lot of work on the bike for sure, which is normal, you know, and we've been making gigantic steps. It's only the 8th year or 9th year that Heroes in rally racing, and yeah, the guys have done an incredible job. So for me, I really just had to jump on the bike and give them some feedback, and all the feedback I gave them, they made changes to make the bike suit me, which was amazing.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
yeah, you know, I just start feeling more comfortable every day that I rode, and now we're at a point where we trust each other so much. Like whatever I tell the technicians, they give me some feedback, I give them some feedback, and we always have a solution. So it's nice to have that feeling that when you get on a bike, you know 100% how the bike is going to work, and it's very difficult to get that as a professional athlete and as a sportsman, where you have to go to a team which is going to be viable for everything, you know, your future, your finances, your riding career, winning and all that kind of stuff, you've got to make some clever decisions, and sometimes you don't stick around on a brand long enough to get the bike perfect. Whereas now with Hero, the bike is unbelievable, and they're still making steps in a good direction, so yeah, I think my career did change when I came across, but it's been going so well, because everybody's so happy and friendly. When you have a bad day, nobody gets you down, everyone's there to lift you up, which is like a big relief, and although Hero sells the most motorcycles in the world, we're still a very down-to-earth team, and they just you just keep the ball rolling and make sure that they give us what we need to win, and we try and win for them. I mean, it's a really cool brand to ride for, and obviously going over to India was a first for me as well, which was absolutely amazing. I love the country, I love the people, and the setup at Hero is unbelievable. It's really next level technology, and the bikes that are coming off the production lines now are really amazing. So I'm happy to be a part of such a cool group of people and a cool brand. So yeah, I'm excited what the future holds. We locked in until 2027, so it's exciting. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I mean, now between having you and Nacho on this team, it's like I feel like, it's just my opinion, but it's like it brought up the popularity of Hero so much, because you guys are two so likable people that everyone's like, let's go hang out with the Hero guys. Let's root them on. Like, we don't even have any idea what this bike does, but like, we it's Justin and I joke that we want the Americans to win, or Ross and Nacho.
Thank you guys.
Okay. I mean, but you guys earn it. You both push really, really hard, and it's really easy to get a big head when you're a high performer, and especially when you're now you're a champion, but you're like, you would never know you're a champion, to be honest. Like, you're just like the other dude.
My personal outlook on it is that you can never be bigger than the sport, and the sport and the people around it is what got us to where we are. Whether it's good, bad, whether we're winning or whether we're losing, the sport has still done things for us that is unbelievable. It's still given us an opportunity to travel the world, to meet new people, to make new friends, make new connections, to live a life that we've always dreamed of, and it's this sport that does it. Whether you first or last, if it does it for you, you still owe it to the sport to be humble and to give back to the people that have given you. I'll never ever forget any one of my sponsors that's helped me along the way, whether it's monetary value or whether it's a billboard put up. So there's so many people that wish us the best. It's not only me, there's a whole bunch of riders, but you can never get bigger than the sport. And I hope I always stay that way, and if I change, then please feel free to come in here and give me a what happened slap.
I mean, like, between, I don't want to say South African, I want to say everyone in Africa that I've met, like, it's always down to earth, always super supportive of each other. Like, obviously the South African groups have adopted you as one of their own. So, like, I'm getting text messages and shit like, make sure to tell us what's going on, make sure to send us some photos and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm trying.
We've got such a supportive, couple of nations. There's the whole of Southern Africa. There's a whole of Africa that's very supportive of what we do. And not only myself, there's a big group of South Africans that are here, and a couple of years ago we've had some Zimbabweans come across, we've had Namibians, so the whole of Southern Africa really sticks together, and the support is unbelievable, and it's really nice. It's a nice feeling, that you're racing for a whole continent. You're not just racing for yourself or a team. It's there's a lot of people that are putting their hopes on us, and I know, like, everyone back home definitely watches it. We get messages even from our president, which is so cool. So it's really nice.
That's so very different from the U.S. It's like, we joke because Ricky won 2 Dakars, and he comes home and has like a party with 200 people, all of whom he knows, and like, some of these Latin guys, they go home and they have a museum and a fucking parade.
It's amazing, and I'm very lucky. Botswana is very much motorsport orientated, and they love it, so they follow closely, and I'm really good friends with the minister and the president, and it's really cool to keep everyone up to date, and they always wishing me the best, and it's really nice. So grateful. It's a very small country. We only got 2 million people there, so it's very small, but it's nice to be flying a flag in a sport that's that's not so well known there, but they follow it a lot, which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And it's amazing now that we get to have the South African stage,
Yeah.
which is a big deal, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
For us, all of us, not only for us riders that are doing it now as a job or a living, or just trying to make it in rally. It's the guys that have the dream to make it. You know, maybe they don't have the $20,000 to go and do Morocco or to go to another race, but now it's on their doorstep and makes it a lot more accessible to guys that want to get in, guys and girls that want to get in. I know there's a lot of friends of mine that are trying to raise funds now to do the South African round, to score points to come to Dakar.
Yeah.
So I think in sport for us in general, it's going to be huge, and then sport for South Africa is going to be amazing. I mean, you've been to the Kalahari Rally, you can see how everybody's so excited to have racing there. So,
and there's a lot of talent there, which we saw from just the super intimacy of the race, but like there wasn't a big group, but a lot of them were really talented riders, and it was just there's just not enough sponsorship to go around, and to be able to earn points to get into Dakar, it's like I mean, it's a Herculean feat just to get to one of those races out of South Africa. I mean, the ticket that I paid for to get to South Africa was more than I spent the entire time I was there. So it's like, and it's to see one of the FIA's W2RC stages come there means that these guys can maybe earn themselves a pathway,
For sure. That's and I'm pushing it, I'm pushing to everybody that wants to get into Dakar. This is a golden opportunity for all of us. So I'm excited, it's going to be like a home race for me. It's on the border of Botswana, so I'm going to love it. I've raced in the area a lot, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to welcoming the whole rally bivouac. I want to show my American friends, I want to show my European friends what it's like riding in my back doorstep, and how cool we have of an area to ride, and the animals and everything is going to be insane. So I'm really excited to welcome everybody there and have a good time with everyone and show them what our side of the world looks like.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I really want to go. I can't. I'm trying to train for something, so it makes no sense for me to leave, but I really want to go.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping
we'll send you pictures.
Yeah, oh, great. Thank you. Just so I can FOMO my whole, just a single tear.
Just make that a little bit bigger.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Hopefully next year, they keep the round there, because, they move things around, which, in one sense, the people who it leaves, they're sad, but now the people who get the access to it, I think it makes it way more international and accessible. So you're gonna fly there?
For sure.
I was gonna ask, a lot of people don't seem to realize that you like moonlight as a racer, but you're actually still a pilot. I'm really lucky. I get the best of both worlds, So I fly for a company called Mac Air. It's in the Okavango Delta of Botswana, and their really busy season is your guys' summer. And that's our off season for racing. So I get a good 3 months every year to go and fly, and it's amazing. They were one of my biggest sponsors as well to get me to the first Dakar. So it's like also me kind of giving back to them for helping me out, and I love it. I'm very much a people's person, so I go up there and just enjoy speaking to people and see where they're from and their background, and give them a little bit of my background, and it's really nice to fly people. And obviously the Okavango Delta is so beautiful, so it's like it's a real big passion of mine, and I'm really lucky to do both. What kind of plane do you fly?
A Cessna Caravan. It takes 13 people, so it's cool. It's nice. It's comfortable, and flying across one of the most beautiful places in the world every day is a dream come true. So
do you have to be high class to fly on that plane? Can anyone
anyone? It's like a Okavango. We call it the Okavango taxi. So you just jump in and we take you to wherever you want to go.
So that's good to know. If you want to meet Ross Branch and you want to also support his lifestyle and career, you can fly.
Come and fly at Mac Air and ask for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. I've accidentally driven into Botswana and then got turned around, but I haven't been there, and I would really love to check it out.
You're always welcome. You guys are both always welcome to come and visit anytime.
Man, okay. I know that you have. on the dot, so I want to make sure that you get to the other, probably more important thing that you got to do. So,
dinner and bed.
Yeah. So I really appreciate that you
Thank
snuck
you.
in some time and had a conversation with me, and I haven't caught up with you at all, so this was really
Thank you
good.
guys, and thank you for keeping everyone up to date on what we do, and thank you for being here, and all your love and support, all your messages of support really mean the world to us. Not only me, I know you guys support a lot of riders out there,
Yeah.
so we're always talking about you in a good way.
Oh, sure.
So no, thank you guys both, and yeah, thank you
Appreciate
for coming to see me.
Awesome. Thank you so much.